In a small village called Rockland, there lived a poor farmer. His name was Sam. He lived with his wife Rebecca and a son Johnny and a daughter Eva. Sam worked hard to earn his livelihood. One day, Sam was working when he felt dizzy. He lost his consciousness and was hurt badly. He was the only breadwinner of the family, so it was very difficult for them to meet their ends. One day, Rebecca said, "Dear, I was thinking about doing some work so that we could earn some money. I can't stay at home in this situation. We barely have any food left in our home. I have to do something."
Rebecca, this is happening because of me, isn't it? If I was not hurt, you wouldn't have to work and kids wouldn't have to suffer.
What nonsense you are talking about? You have done nothing wrong. You will get well soon.
Even the doctors have no idea about when I will get well. Rebecca, I am very worried about the future.
I am sure you will get well soon. I am sure of it. And about earning the money, I will work as a maid for some families and earn some money. You just concentrate on getting well. Now I will go and see if someone is hiring. Then Rebecca left the home and went to one family for finding work. She rang the bell on the door, and a lady opened the door. She asked, "Who are you? What do you want?" "Ma'am, my name is Rebecca and I live across the corner. I am in need of a job and I wondered if you have any work for me. That's why I came here." "What type of work you can do?" "Cleaning, washing, laundry and cooking. I can do all the household chores. Ma'am, I will do anything you want me to do." "I only need a maid to do cleaning and washing. Will you do it? I will pay 1,000 for a month. I won't give you more." "That's okay. I will do it. I will come at the same time every day and I will not disappoint you." And hence, the next day, she started the work. She also found some more houses to work in. She worked hard all day and would earn 5,000 per month. Rebecca was very happy that she was earning now, but it still wasn't enough for her family. So, she would bring home the food that was left behind and give it to her family. In this way, they were living their life. The food that was useless for those families was precious to Rebecca's family. She would filter and give the edible food to her children. 1 month had passed this way. Rebecca was now doing well. All of those families were satisfied with her work. One day, her mistress Emily said to her, "Rebecca, a lot of yesterday's food has been left. Will you take it with you?" "Yes, ma'am, I will definitely take it." Then Rebecca put all the food in a container and put it in her bag neatly. After finishing her house chores, she went home. They loved the food and ate it till their bellies were full. From that day onwards, it became a routine. Every day there was something left and Rebecca would ask her mistress and then took the food home. Now, the rainy season had started. Rebecca was still working. But one day, she was late for work. So all of her mistresses started shouting at her. Only Emily did not get angry with her. Emily asked, "Rebecca, aren't you feeling well? If you are sick, then you can take a leave." "Ma'am, poor people have no luxury of taking leave. If we don't work for a day, then we don't get food to eat." Saying this, Rebecca started doing her work. A few days later, Emily asked Rebecca about her family. But Rebecca did not tell her about her situation. This surprised Emily. By then, Sam was able to sit by himself and could walk with the help of a stick. But he was not fully recovered. He would take care of the children. He narrated his children different stories and chatted with them on different topics. One day, when Rebecca was going for her work, it started raining. She did not have an umbrella, but she still tried to save herself from rain and rushed for the work. By the time she reached the house, she was soaked wet. She noticed that her clothes were all wet. It was uncomfortable, but she still started working. After finishing work at 2 houses, she went to Emily's house. On the way, she thought, "How unlucky I am. I wish the rain would stop soon. I don't have money to buy an umbrella. What should I do?" As it was raining heavily, she took a shelter near a shop. After waiting some time, she reached Emily's house. When Emily saw Rebecca, she said, "Rebecca, why are you so wet? If you don't change the clothes, you will catch a cold and fall sick." "No, ma'am, I'm fine. You can wear my sari. You won't catch a cold then. It's nice of you to think about me. I'm grateful, but I can't accept this. I'm really fine. Then Rebecca started her work. After finishing her work, she was about to leave. But Emily asked her to stop. Rebecca, take your salary before you go, and this is a gift from me. Rebecca noticed that the bag contained some food and an umbrella for her. Her eyes teared up due to this kindness. She said, Ma'am, this was not necessary. I can't accept this. This umbrella is a gift from me, and the food is for your kids. Here, and this is your salary. Take it. Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. I should leave now. Then Rebecca left for home. This time Emily decided to follow her to home, so she started following her. At home, kids were worried about their mother.
Papa, when will mother come home? We are very hungry.
Ava, she will come soon. She might have done some extra work, that is why she's late.
Emily followed Rebecca and reached her home. After reaching home, Rebecca washed her hands and legs. Then she opened the bag and took out the food and showed it to her family. The kids were very happy seeing the food.
Mother, I'm very hungry. Thank God you brought this food. I like it very much.
Yeah, then take this. You can eat all you want. Emily was watching this from the window. She could not hold back her tears. She noticed that Rebecca's husband is lying on a bed and her kids were playing inside the house. When Rebecca came, everyone was very happy. So Emily also went in her house. Rebecca? When Rebecca heard Emily's voice, she turned back. She saw Emily standing there. So she asked, Ma'am, what are you doing here? Please come, have a seat. Rebecca, you are facing so many problems in your life. You just kept working. When I asked you, you never said anything. Don't you think me as your friend? It's not like that. I just didn't want you to feel sad for me. So I didn't said anything to you. Rebecca, I will make sure that your husband gets the best treatment and I will even pay for your kids' education. You don't have to worry. Hearing this, Rebecca's eyes teared up and she thanked Emily a lot. You are really very great person, sister. I'm very lucky to have you as my sister. You really cared for me as a real sister would do. When Rebecca called her sister, Emily hugged her. After that, Rebecca and her family lived happily. Emily helped her kids to go to the school, and Sam also got treatment in a well-known hospital. After some days, he recovered and started working again. There are many such laborers in our country who never tell us their stories, but they suffer a lot. This is a reality. You can't fight hunger. Everybody works to satisfy their hunger. We have no idea about how many families are suffering like this. So, we have to help them in any way we can. This story teaches us that we should not consider any work less respectable and should donate the leftover food to someone who needs it. We should not waste food and always help people in need.
There lived a widow, Sally, in a village called Nashville. She had a son whose name was Stephen. Stephen was very innocent. He loved his mother too much. They were very poor and so they couldn't even celebrate any festival. Sally did household chores in other houses. One fine day, Mother, you work whole day. You don't find time for me.
No, my child. If I don't work, what are we going to eat?
Yes, Ma, you are right. When I grow up, I will find a job and then there will be no need for you to work.
Come, my son.
Sally hugs her son and gets back to work. Stephen uses to help his mother as much as possible. He used to study hard in school and his hard work fetched results. He used to come first in school every year and he received scholarship from school for that reason. His studies went on with the help of that scholarship. After school, Stephen used to go to work with his mother. He was so fascinated about studying that wherever he got something, he used to start reading that. This is the reason why his general knowledge was quite good. One fine day, he went to Harry's house with his mother.
Son, you sit here. I will complete my work by then.
Yes, mother, you can go. I will be here.
Okay, I will be here soon.
Sally goes to do her work. Stephen starts reading a newspaper while sitting in the hall. Then Harry's daughter Sophia comes there and seeing Stephen, she says,
Hey, what are you doing here?
I have come here with my mother.
Okay, but who told you to touch this newspaper in my house? This is mine. Do you understand?
Oh, I am just reading it. I haven't done anything to it.
Okay, you are quarreling with me in my house? Daddy! Daddy!
Hearing her voice, Harry comes there.
What happened, my child? Why are you calling me?
Daddy, look! He's reading my newspaper in my house. And when I asked, he says, I haven't done anything.
Hey, how did you get here? Who did you come with?
I have come with my mother. Hearing all this, Sally came in the hall.
What happened, sir?
Who is this boy and what is he doing in my house?
Sir, he's my son. He was alone at the house, so I brought him here with me.
Mother, I was just reading this newspaper. I didn't do anything, Mother. Stephen went near Sally.
My son will never read newspaper in your house.
That will be good for him.
Sally took her son. Stephen and Sally leave the place. After a few days, results were out in Stephen's school. Stephen stood first in class 5 and Harry's daughter was at the third number. That day, Sally went to Harry's house with her son Stephen.
Son, do not touch anything here. I will complete my work early today. Okay?
Yes, Mother. I will not touch anything.
I will be back after completing my work.
Saying this, Sally went from there. Stephen was standing in a corner silently. After some time, Sophia's few friends came to her house. Everyone started having fun, and since Sophia stood third in the school, she cut a cake.
Come, friends, let's cut the cake together.
Sophia and her friends started eating cake. Stephen was seeing all this while standing in the corner. At that time, his mother came there after finishing her work.
Shall we go home, son? We are getting late.
Mother, I want to have the cake.
Come, son. This cake is not for us.
But Mother, they fed the dog also with the cake. But they did not give me even one piece.
No, my child. When I will have money, I will buy cake for my child.
Really, Mother?
Yes, my son. Come, let's go home now.
Yes, Mother. Now, Stephen and Sally headed home. While going home, a young child came over to Sally and told her,
Mother, please take a lottery ticket. It is only for 1 rupee. Please buy one.
Mother, please take a lottery ticket.
Okay, give it.
Sally gives 1 rupee to the child and buys the ticket, and Stephen and Sally go home. After reaching their home, Sally keeps the ticket in front of God and starts doing the household chores. Stephen prays to God. Dear God, you always listen to everyone. Please listen to me today. Let the lottery hit for me. The next day, after finishing her household chores, she took Stephen to Harry's house. That day too, Stephen saw a newspaper, but he remembered what happened last time. So he stood in a corner quietly. Then Harry's daughter Sophia came there and told him,
Hey, Stephen, come here. Collect my toys and keep it in a place.
Coming.
How much time do you take?
Sophia sat on the sofa and started reading the newspaper. She saw a lottery ticket there and said to her father,
Daddy, I told you yesterday to buy a lottery ticket, but you did not buy one. See, number 11223 has hit the lottery, Daddy.
Okay, fine. I will buy you one tomorrow.
Here, Daddy.
Saying this, Sophia got busy reading the newspaper. Then Stephen took out the lottery ticket he had with him and saw the number on it. He saw the same number that was in the newspaper. He immediately called his mother. Mother, please come fast. Hearing Stephen's voice, Sally came out quickly. She saw the lottery ticket in Stephen's hand and said,
What happened, Stephen? Why did you call me?
Mother, we got the lottery. Now you don't need to work.
What, Stephen? Is it true?
Yes, Mother, this is true. And now we will not have to work in any rich man's house. Let's go, Mother.
Yes, let's go. Sir, I will be back.
Saying this, Sally and her son Stephen went from there. Sophia and Harry watched them. With the help of the money through the lottery ticket, Sally built a good house, fulfilled all the needs of her son. She also brought his favorite cake. Now, Sally didn't need to work and she started living happily with her son. From this story, we learn that we should not make fun of anyone's poverty. Give respect to everyone.
Robert was a poor but talented worker. He used to live with his wife Kelly and daughter Rachel. Robert worked very hard to survive. Kelly was a very intelligent woman. That was the reason they were very happy even with very little money. Julie's exams were starting in a few days.
Daddy, my exams are starting next month.
Okay dear, do your best.
Daddy, what would you gift me if I get first rank in class?
If you get first rank in the class, then I will take you to a hotel for your birthday and buy you a dosa, okay?
Yay! Now I will definitely get the first rank.
Robert was really happy to see her excited face. At that moment, Kelly enters.
Why did you have to say something like this? She will get her hopes high.
I have saved some money. That would be enough. Don't worry about it. I will take care of everything. Robert started doing extra work and started earning more. Somehow, he arranged to save 200 rupees. His daughter's exam result was next month and her birthday was the next day from it. On the day of the result, Rachel got ready in the morning and went to school. She came back with a big smile on her face. Robert asked Rachel, "Why is my princess so happy today? Did you get the first rank in the class?"
Yes, Daddy. How did you know?
A father always knows everything.
Daddy, now you have to take me to a hotel for a treat.
Yes, why not? We will go tomorrow, okay? Now I have to go to work. Robert goes back to work and applies for relief for the next day and takes his daughter to a hotel. Waiter, can you show me the menu card? Yes, sir. Here you go. Thank you. Robert was shocked to see the price of dosa on the menu card, which was 150 rupees, but he wanted to fulfill his daughter's wishes. Waiter, can you come here please? Yes, sir. What's your order? Can you bring us one dosa with some chutney and sambar? Yes, sir. Anything else? That's enough. After the waiter leaves, Robert checks the 200 rupees in his pocket and puts it back. At that moment, the man sitting next to them sees this. After some time, the waiter serves them the dosa.
Daddy, this is just one dosa. You did not order for yourself?
Actually, your mother has prepared some food for me. I will eat that only. You eat your dosa.
Okay, Daddy.
The young man Alan sitting next to them was watching all of this. What a father. He came to the hotel for his daughter's happiness and he isn't eating anything because he doesn't have money.
I got the first rank in exams and now I'm eating dosa as well.
Yes, my princess. All your wishes should come true and stay happy always. That's all we wish for. Now don't waste time and finish your dosa.
Thank you, Daddy. The dosa is really delicious. You should also eat some.
You eat it. I'm not feeling well. I will eat at home only.
Okay.
Watching this, Alan got emotional. He went to the hotel's counter and told the manager, "Take this money and get that man a dosa. If he asks, just tell them that it is free from the hotel, okay?" Yes, I'll do it. But what happened? Why are you paying their bill? Alan tells everything to the manager. Take your money back, sir. We will celebrate her birthday nicely. Everything will be from the hotel. Don't worry about it. The manager orders another dosa for their table. Watching this, Robert gets shocked. Sir, I haven't ordered this dosa. Please take this back. Sir, the dosa is from the hotel. You enjoy it. Sir, I don't want to eat this dosa here. I will take this home and will share this with my wife. Can you pack this please? No sir, this is for you. We have packed more for you to take home. You eat here only. Thank you sir. Robert and Rachel eat the dosa with great enjoyment and go to the manager to pay for it. What are you doing? Everything is free for you today from the hotel. It's a special treat. But why? Your daughter got the first rank in school and today is her birthday too. That's why. And take these sweets as well. Give them to all the children nearby. Celebrate your birthday nicely. Thank you, sir. It's because of you that I can celebrate my daughter's birthday nicely. Why are you thanking me? Now go home and celebrate your daughter's birthday. Yes, sir. Now I will leave. Robert happily came back with a joyful mood. See, Kelly, what our daughter got today.
Huh? Where did you get all these things?
Robert tells everything to Kelly.
You know, our daughter is really lucky. She gets whatever she asks for. It was her wish to celebrate her birthday with her friends. Now see, we have a cake and sweets too. Now I can invite all her friends and celebrate my darling daughter's birthday.
And just like that, Robert and Kelly gather all her friends and celebrate their daughter's birthday nicely. The moral of the story is that there are a lot of needy people in the world and we should help them. A small gesture can bring great joy to them.
There was a farmer named Gary. One day he was working in his farm. Suddenly he found a pot full of gold in the field, which was filled with gold coins.
Oh, pot of gold? I am so lucky. Katie will be so happy when I'll show her.
But just as he thinks about Katie, he feels a little scared.
No. If I tell Katie, she will spread the news to the entire village.
We found a pot of gold in our farm. We found a pot of gold in our farm.
Oh my God. No. This should not happen. But how will I hide this from Katie? I cannot take this big pot all alone. I will have to find a solution.
Gary then covered the pot with soil and reached home thinking about that matter.
Today you're home early?
I'm feeling hungry. Serve the food quickly.
Katie served the food, but Gary was not focusing on eating.
Katie, I'm not hungry. I will go to the market.
That's very strange. Just now you said you were hungry. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'll be back late. You have your dinner and go to sleep.
Gary then goes to the market. He buys some fish and some cans of red color. He goes to his farm with those things.
I should get to work now.
Gary now mixes the red color in water and waters the farm with it. And then he spreads the fish all over the farm.
Now it's fine.
That night, he reaches his home very late.
Oh, she's asleep. Katie, get up, Katie. I have to tell you something. Oh, come fast.
What happened? You came very late today.
There is something. Come with me to the farm.
Right now? It's late night. Let's go in the morning.
No, Katie, let's go right now. It has rained in our farm.
How is this possible? It did not rain here. Sky is also clear.
Oh dear, that is the point. It has rained only in our farm, and that too, not an ordinary rain. It was rain of fish. There are plenty of fish in our farm which dropped from the sky.
Fish rain? Are you feeling okay?
I'm absolutely fine, Katie. Now come with me.
With the lantern in their hand, they both reached the farm.
See, Katie, this wasn't an ordinary rain. It was raining red from the sky. I have filled this water in a pot.
When Katie saw fish all over the farm, she was astonished. She could see red spots here and there in the farm.
Oh yes, there are so many fishes spread here. How did this happen?
This looks like a miracle. Let's take the pot filled with water home. But this is a secret, and so don't tell this to anyone.
Why will I tell anyone?
With Katie's help, Gary brings home the pot filled with gold. Next morning, before Katie wakes up, Gary hid the pot in the courtyard of his home. When Katie woke up, she came to Gary asking about the pot.
Listen, where have you kept the pot?
Pot? Which pot?
The one we brought from our farm last night.
Some of the neighbors hear Katie talking. They all come near and gather around, asking her about the pot.
Pot? Which pot? Did you find a pot of gold? What is in the pot? Did you find a treasure? Oh, no, there is nothing of that kind. She must have dreamed last night.
I haven't dreamt anything. Why do you lie? We brought a big pot last night from our farm.
Yesterday night?
Yes, yesterday night. You know, yesterday it rained very heavily in our farm.
But yesterday it didn't rain here.
That is the point. It rained only in our farm.
Huh?
And that too was not an ordinary rain. It rained red water from sky. And you know, plenty of fish also dropped from the sky on our farm. The pot was filled with that red water only.
And everybody started laughing when Katie said this.
The rain of fish? Is this really possible?
He has really gone mad.
Sister, you must have had some dream. Come, let's go. We wasted our time. Fish rain. Crazy women.
Oh, please stop. I'm telling the truth. Oh, it really rained fish in our farm. Now you please say something.
I told you. You must have had some dream. Now let it go, Kitty. Please serve the breakfast. I'm getting late for the farm.
Did I really dreamt last night?
Looking at his wife going inside with a confused mind, Gary smiles.
Secret should remain secret. Otherwise, why would we call it so? He will never learn.
Yes, father.
Come, dear. I have to tell you something very important.
Sure, tell me, father.
I have grown old, tried to civilize him, but I could not improve him. I feel that some lazy ghost has possessed him. Daughter, I give you the responsibility to drive away that lazy ghost. This was Thomas's last wish. Since then, Mia started working on improving David. At first, she thought that if she would help her husband in the fields, then David might also feel like working hard. So she started going to the field with her husband. Early in the morning, both of them would start working together. But David would soon feel lazy and he would sleep in the shadow of a tree. And poor Mia would work all alone. Then Mia started thinking,
No, this trick is not working. I will have to find another way.
At the same time, an announcement was made in the village. Government is going to distribute free seats tomorrow morning at 9 at the government office. Anyone who wants can come to the office and take free seats. After listening to this, Mia went to her husband.
Please go to the government office tomorrow morning.
But why?
Because the government is giving free seeds.
Free? Knowing that it's free, David's eyes had a different glow, which Mia noticed.
Oh yes, free of cost.
Next day, David was standing first in the queue at the government office. David come home with the seeds. Mia!
You brought the seeds?
Yes, see, and it's free. Mia started listening to David very carefully, and then she got an idea. Next day, Mia came to David.
Government has made more announcement.
Are they giving free seeds again?
No, they will give bulls.
What? Bulls? That is good. This will decrease my workload to almost half. Tell me, where do I have to go?
But this is not that easy.
Why?
Government has announced that anyone who grows 1 ton of grain in the next 3 months will get the bulls.
1 ton? What's the big deal? Our field is so big that we can grow 5 tons of grain.
But who will do the hard work? You don't like to work, right?
But we will get 2 bulls. And then we don't need to work thereafter. Since that day, David started working hard in the fields every day. He used to plow throughout the day and water the fields. After 1 month, the seedlings sprouted. And slowly the fields began to sway. David continued his hard work. After 3 months, David started harvesting them. After a few days, his field had big stalks of grain. Look, Mia, this must be more than 1 ton, right?
Yes, much more.
Now tell me, where do I have to go?
Nowhere. The buyers will come here themselves.
Next day, a merchant came and gave 1 lakh rupees in cash to Mia. Mia was very happy seeing the money. She went to the market straight away and bought 2 bulls and came home with the bulls.
Listen, dear.
Wow! Such strong bulls, and that too free?
Not for free. You have earned them.
What?
Yes, I lied to you. But because of that, you worked so hard and grew 3 tons of grains. I got 1 lakh rupees for 3 tons of grain. And out of that only, I bought 2 bullocks for 10,000.
1 lakh rupees?
Yes, and here is remaining 90,000.
David couldn't believe his eyes. He had never seen so much money before. From the next day, David started farming with his bulls. He had turned from a lazy person to a hard-working person because he had understood that by working hard, he can achieve whatever he wants.
Did you see, Father? I fulfilled your last wish by kicking out the lazy ghost.